Good morning. It is a brand new week. It is a Monday, and we are bringing you yet another exciting edition of Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Aina Riza Kwe. We do hope you had yourselves a lovely weekend. Now it's time to get back to the hustle and grind.
Yeah, it was a very eventful weekend, I must say.
Yeah.
You know, it was filled with football. The president went to Kapana. It was just a good time.
It was a great time.
It was a great weekend.
I was opening people's statuses and it's just chula, chula, chula. I'm like, guys,
What's
happening?
going on?
I felt so left out. It was also a great weekend for the Springboks. They won against France.
Nice.
1 point. It was 28-29. That was...
It's still a win.
It's still a win is a win.
Win.
A win is a win. Considering that whole fight they were having with WADA, like, wow.
Yeah.
Just the fact that they came out on top, I'm like, I'm a boko, you know? So, yeah, it was quite exciting. It was a
I think that,
weekend.
you know, all the events that are happening right now, they are building up to the momentum for December. I think we are almost in December, and then everything is just sort of happening. Everything is exciting. It's fun games. It's just, you know, building up to that December energy, that December mood.
But y'all need to be careful, because in December, people will go buy milk and then they come back 2 weekends later. So y'all need to be careful. Your money needs to be safe. Like, I think you need to have a fund aside. You need to have your December money, of course, but then you need to have a fund set aside for when you come back from holiday. But why should you have
a, fund set aside when you are going to live off those who set funds aside?
For December.
For December. Now, if you are the type, if I know that, okay, no, Diana's my girl, in December she makes sure she has like 20K, she will always call me, where are you, Bath? I'm picking you up right now. Why must I then have money if I am definitely going to be on your account?
Yeah, but then that's why you're smart. So that money is for your January.
Oh, okay, for my January.
For your January. Because, you know, other people, yes, like you're saying, the Dianas there that are like, nah, I got everything covered.
In December, people are very generous.
Yes.
Even in the shop, you could, at the till, somebody could buy
let
you
me pay.
KFC.
Yeah, let me pay for your...
Like, oh, yes, you pay, honey.
Yes, honey, we love to see it. So we'll now take a quick ad break and return with some of our top stories. Don't go anywhere.
Welkom jullie, mijn naam is Brian Munango en ik is jullie aanbieder voor Gooi Kolen. Dit meest donderdagse sportstrip noem. Einde van hierdie programma zal ik en hoe om Frans te praten. Je m'appelle? Je bent?
Le Jean.
Je raar iets me
Is dit nou onderbroek?
Blijf geschakeld, we zien jullie weer vrijdag volgende week.
Gooi kool!
Gooi kool!
All right, so getting right into our top stories. Adobe introduces Project Primrose, a digital animated dress that can change patterns. Yes, Adobe is changing the future of fashion. The software company demoed a digital interactive dress titled Project Primrose at Adobe Max 2023 in Los Angeles during the sneaks portion of the conference on Wednesday. Christine Dirk, the research scientist behind the dress, both introduced and modeled the garment on stage, calling it a digital dress that brings fabric to life. Unlike traditional clothing, which is static, Primrose allows me to refresh my look in a moment. Dirk said while wearing the interactive garment, a strapless, knee-length dress comprising lots of small-scale like screens. As she said, moment the scientist triggered a change in the dress, switching the dress's color from cream to metallic silver, a transformation that was met with gasps and cheers from the conference crowd. After the initial color change, the dress went through more iterations, its scales changing to form several different patterns, from a chevron-like stripe to a diamond design.
Wow, that's nice.
So red carpets are about to get a lot more interesting. And she even said, like, the dress sometimes also, like, you don't need to have the remote. Like, sometimes you can just shift and then the dress changes the pattern.
Oh, wow.
Scary. I was terrified. I was like, I don't like this.
Okay. I have no words.
I mean,
I would have to see it live and then I maybe decide whether I like it or not,
Yeah.
whether this is a technology that I would be hopping on or not. Because sometimes things sound too good to be true. Sometimes it sounds so nice. And then you see it in real time and,
and
you're
it's
like,
For
thank
those of you that are
you.
curious, you can just go on YouTube and search Adobe Primrose and then you'll see it. Like it just changes.
I love the name though, Primrose.
I don't like the name. It's giving me trauma.
Why do
Primrose
you-
is very...
Why do you not
I'm not
like
gonna
the
say
name?
this, but you know, it's giving.
A bell.
It's giving Zimbabwe. Primrose is really giving Zimbabwe.
But you are from Zimbabwe, so okay.
Like, nah. No, but I think who would have thought, right, to come up with such an idea?
Yeah.
The fact that this dress can change patterns as you move or whatever. You can just change it. I'm not feeling
makes
this pattern.
the fashion designer's job easier.
Yeah. But when I saw it, I wasn't really mind blown because I think Beyonce did something like that on the Renaissance tour. There was a time she wore a dress and the dress changed as she was just standing there. Like her dress changed. So I think maybe she got like the very first Primrose.
Yeah.
Yeah, or something similar to that. I didn't know it was just a bunch of tiny little screens on scales. I wonder how long it took to make.
Yeah.
But people have big brain energy out there, and then there's us. So.
Yeah, and then there's us. Alrighty, let's move on to some very, very exciting news. Nigerian megastar Davido has described welcoming beautiful twins a year after his 3-year-old son, tragic death. Davido's wife, Chioma Rowland, gave birth to a boy and a girl this week, the musician told a conference in New York City. The couple's late son, Ifeanyi Adeleke, died last October after drowning in a swimming pool. On Saturday, Davido said his faith and his loved ones helped him through the grief. He told an audience at United Master Select Con event in New York. A lot of people that those things happen to, you would never want to believe in God if your life turns out to be like that. The Afrobeat singer, known for global hits such as Unavailable and Full, continued to say, but to still have faith, to still be able to do what I love, having a great team around me, and just focusing, I'm almost at the finish line, and that's something I want people to see. When Davido and his wife, a popular chef and influencer, found out they were having twins, they were shaking. And it was in the same month my son passed away last October. My wife gave birth this October. It's crazy, he said.
Oh,
yeah.
He's right though. When certain things happen, they really shake and test our faith. Because a lot of us tend to ask God, why me? Like, why did this have to happen the way it did? And most of the times we'll never get the answer. Because people will be like, yeah, no, but it was for the twins to come through. But it's like, no, but he didn't have to die. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they managed to keep the faith, and I think also just having a strong support system really, really helps.
And it's true, it's really this type of events in your life that really make you question and just think, what?
And you even...
Why should I even
Why should I even
continue
continue to
believing?
My mom got into a terrible car accident on her way to church.
Wow.
And for like a few months, like a good maybe 6 months, because she was in hospital for like I think 3 months. She was in a coma for I think 3 weeks. And then when she woke up, she was so angry and she was so mad because she's like, but I was going to church.
Yeah.
Why did it have to happen? I would understand if maybe I'm going to the Bastrada or whatever. Oh, she obviously didn't
your
say
mom going-
Bastrada.
Not your mom going to the Bastrada. But okay.
Moral of the story is she's saying, I don't understand that I'm going to church to praise him and then he let this happen. I mean, to this day, we still don't have answers as to why it happened. But some of these things are maybe just to make our faith stronger. I mean, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. But God, I'm not one of your strongest soldiers, please.
Cut.
I saw a meme that said, what? God keeps testing me like I'm one of his strongest soldiers. I'm not, bro. I will commit. I will end it right here, right now.
How do you know whether you're the strongest soldier or not?
Because you keep getting the toughest battles.
Aisha.
You're meant to come out on top on the other side.
Guys, please.
But as you're going through it, it's like, yo. And then later on, you know, your story is more victorious. Like, I'm a conqueror. I went through all of this.
Like a very strong believer in the God of misery that people like to preach. Oh, this has to happen for you for something great to happen. No, something great can just happen without bad things happening. Like, but nonetheless, congratulations to Davido.
Congratulations to the couple. Now to a not so happy couple. We've been covering this. Jada's been making the headlines since last week. I think it's all part of her press tour, to be honest. It's just
for the book.
Yeah, for the book. So Jada Pinkett Smith says Tupac Shakur was her soulmate. Jada Pinkett Smith is diving deeper into her past relationships after revealing that she and husband Will Smith have been living completely separate lives since 2016. Pinkett Smith talked to Rolling Out about her friendship with the late rapper Tupac Shakur. Pinkett Smith was asked about Tupac, who died after being gunned down in 1996, being her soulmate. She agreed and discussed their strong connection. If there's such a thing as past lives, I definitely think that Pac and I have traveled a few together, she said of Shakur, whom she became friends with as a teen when they were both living in Baltimore, Maryland. As for any type of romantic connection, she said that wasn't possible because there was no chemistry between us. Now, I'll come back to why I have about this. Anyway, when the interviewer insisted that their chemistry was apparent to others, Pinkett Smith pushed back. It's that friendship-love chemistry, she said. It was almost like God made us that way, Pinkett Smith continued. It was like, look, I'm going to put y'all together, right? Y'all are going to be a dynamic duo, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to make it so y'all are not going to be able to get together because that just wasn't the purpose. Now, bringing it back, there was a time she said that Tupac was in jail and he proposed to her.
To the friend.
To Jada. So Tupac apparently at some point proposed to Jada while he was in prison. So now I'm like, but
wait, you are firstly soulmates, but you are not.
But you're not romantically linked. You're not romantic soulmates. You're like platonic soulmates.
Okay.
But then he proposed to her, and she turned him down because she was like, no, he just needed a rock while he was in prison. And yes, I was going to, she said, I can bet you that the minute he got out of prison, he was going to divorce me. So it's...
Why do we keep talking about the dead? Can we let the dead rest in peace?
She also said, I don't know, there's rumors that Tupac is alive. So people are saying Tupac faked his death to get away from Jada. Y'all are foul for that. Y'all are wrong for that.
I see a lot of memes. And
The memes, like people are going crazy. It's the fact that she said that she didn't know, like she was surprised to hear Will call her his wife. Jada, what do you mean, sis?
Will needs to really
divorce. I had a dream that they divorced actually.
Himself from Jada. Why do you keep embarrassing this man every chance you get? No, man.
But I had a dream that they divorced. So
why do you allow this to keep happening? Do you not have friends and family that can say, colleague, it's all now.
Dizziness.
You have to move on.
It's dizziness.
What's the point of being dizzy over someone who's not dizzy over you? Love yourself.
Honest, love yourself before you can love anyone else. Always look out for number one. But that brings us to the end of our top stories. Please do comment below what you thought of some of our stories. What is your take on some of our stories? Now, after the break, Anna, you had a very interesting interview recently. No, it wasn't you. Actually, it was Glenora. So it's about this girl. She has an initiative where she basically donates some of her looks and some of her dresses to people that are graduating, that don't have the means to, dress up for graduation. So we are going to get into that right after this break.
I am joined by Luide Nulondo, who's the founder of the We Found Purpose organization, which aims at making special occasions memorable for those who are unable to in areas such as getting an outfit. And she's here to talk to us about that. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you briefly tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Loide Ngulondo, and I come from Keetmanshoop. That's where I grew up. Yeah, like we call it the dusty streets of Keetmanshoop because we used to play a lot in the streets. Basically, I'm a third-year student at the International University of Management, IUM. I'm the outgoing Secretary General, but also the incoming SRC President that is newly elected. Yes.
Wow, very, very impressive. Now, We Found Purpose organization. I love the name. Why did you come up with that name, and what is the organization about?
So basically, before I moved to Windhoek, I came from Ongwediva, where I was doing my first year and second year at IUM, 2019 and 2020. But then, due to unforeseen financial circumstances, I had to put my studies on. Actually, I had to cancel my studies. And I went home, but within myself, I always felt like there's more to me, like there's some sort of potential that I just need to unleash, but I just didn't know where to start. So I told my mom, while I'm at home discovering whatever is going on and solving the issues that are going on around my academic atmosphere, let me go and work in my auntie's bar just for some time. And then I went to my auntie's bar, I was working there, but you know, the way people were looking at it, because you know people at the village, they talk a lot and they know that, no, but this girl, she was studying, what happened, you know, the gossips. Even when they come in the bar, like you can see the stares. But then I was there asking myself, Loide, what is it really that you are made for? What is that why that God created you for? Then I'm like, I just needed to be in a place where it really accommodates who I am. And then I asked myself, what I'm going through right now, how many people are going through it? And growing up without my mom around, because I was raised by my auntie, I always had things that I wanted. I loved shoes a lot, I loved clothes, and I just loved looking nice. But then for some reason, I didn't always get everything that I wanted because I wasn't with my mom, and you cannot demand what you want for. So I told myself, my purpose in life is to make people happy. Not always, because you can't always make everybody happy, but I have this saying that says, you don't know the importance of helping a stranger until you are the stranger that needs help. So I was like, I need to find my purpose, and I have to find people that I can work with to make this happen. So I came up with the name We Found Purpose because it's something that belongs to the people, to the community. And that's how I came up with the organization.
Wow. Well, I'm very impressed. I mean, just even hearing your backstory. So your team consists of how many people? Yeah,
It's actually just me, because when I moved to Windhoek, I started with one lady, the name, like it was, the whole idea was mine, but then the name, I asked for help from a lady, a friend of mine, her name is Ndeshi. Yeah, shout out to Ndeshi. Yeah, so yeah, but now it's just me for now.
Can you mention a few outreach activities of your organization in the past?
Yeah, so far we've only done 2. The first one, I was invited actually at a school in the northern part of Namibia. And then I was like, I cannot go empty-handed, because initially they invited me to just go and motivate the learners about education and those things. So I asked someone that I know has some sort of, you know, outreach in other activities that they usually do regarding giving back and all that. And he assisted me with buying school uniforms and shoes. But and then the second one is now where I started, when I joined the SRC, when I became the SRC Secretary General, I attended my first it's October summer graduation. That was now last year. So I found a girl, and she was wearing some sort of, it's like sandals on her graduation with a dress that is like just a normal, simple dress, and you could feel that she was not really feeling herself, and the self-esteem was just not there. So, and I found her outside actually, and I'm like, what is going on? And then she was like, no, I'm just not feeling well. And I'm like, okay, I didn't ask her more, but I could just sense. So from that, I was like, I talked to her, And then I asked her why she came to Windhoek, if she could have just stayed in the north, because you have an option to come to the graduation and to stay if you don't have the money to make up for it. And then she was like, no, but I'm the first person to graduate at home, and I just needed my family to experience, because the mom and the dad were also there. So I thought to myself, why can't I reach out to students? Because now I have a relationship with students. We have an SRT for gender, and through here you can just get a list of students that come from previously disadvantaged homes. So I got a list from her, and then that's where I somehow selected some names of students that I could help. And then I got like 4 dresses for 4 girls, and some of them actually sent me their pictures, but I can't really post them on my, because for the respect and their dignity.
Yes,
Yeah.
people don't want to be told, to be exposed that I got a handout,
Yes,
etc. So where do you get the dresses and the outfits from?
Usually, sometimes I buy myself, because I love clothes, like I said. So if I have, let's say I wore something maybe just once, and then I just keep it at home. And I love pictures, so most of my things, if I have it in a picture and it's already on social media, I'll just keep it at home, and I have no one to give it to. And to be honest, clothes are quite expensive nowadays, and there are people that are just willing to wear, even if it's something that you wore even 5 times. But with me, I was like, let me put aside some of the things that I don't really like anymore, but these are really quality dresses and jumpsuits, and they fit the occasion of graduation. So that is where I mostly get them from. And if they don't fit, then we have an option to just go and buy. And then sometimes I use my allowance that I get from the SRC thing to just help them with.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I feel like I need to do more for the community just hearing you talk. So do you have sponsors? It doesn't sound like you do. Or are you looking to get sponsors and to assist in this, or just at least people who have nice dresses at home, etc., to assist in this initiative?
Yeah, with my privilege of being an SRC president 2023 and 2024, I would like to reach out to designers, local designers, because this is also a marketing opportunity for them, like where I would like to write letters to them and just to call them out there, that if you are out there and you are having beautiful dresses, or even for the men, because now I remember when I posted the tweet, some boys were asking, and what about the guys? And I do understand them, because usually when we do things, the boy child is always left out. And I think it's about time that whatever we do, somehow we have to be inclusive. So I'm just calling out and asking for any help from any organization, fashion designers, that they can reach out to me and we can always talk. It's I do already model for design for Rika, where she gives me her dresses and then I advertise for them. And then she was like, no, if you would like me to come through for you, you can always just come to me, and then maybe I can help somehow here and there for some of the girls.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I like that. What is your goal for the organization moving forward?
Yeah, my goal is to expand, because the organization is not just mostly based on giving gowns to ladies. It's also about empowering women. It's about motivating young girls and men to go out there and find their purpose. It's about just growing the community, and also finding that zest within the young women and men out there that feel like they do not belong just because of their background and where they come from. And I would like it to also expand, not only to help students, but also other women that are in really difficult situations at homes, and also maybe to do outreach, like activities like things like giving out sanitary pads to young girls, and buying boys' school shoes and uniform, because if you are educating and empowering the young girl, you should also try to just do the same for the boys. So that is just some of the things that I'm thinking about.
Okay, no, I'm quite excited, and I want to see where you are in 5 years. Well, before I let you go, can you tell us where people can find you if they want to donate something or they want to give money, etc.?
Okay, so you can find me on my cell phone number, 081 03 50967, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at Olua98. That is where you can, in Twitter, Olua Latenda, those that know me, or maybe just Loiring Olondo or Purpose Talk, because I have a podcast that I usually just do for reaching out on different things. So yeah.
Well, you heard it from her. We'll be right back with more Smell the Coffee after this.
Well, they do say all good things must come to an end. That brings us to the end of today's episode of Smell the Coffee. We thank you so very much for joining us, and we do hope you enjoyed our show. Until tomorrow, from Diana Master and Nana Razakweyo, it's all our love, all our light, and adios.